Good evening. I'm Sarah Mitchell, and this is World Crisis Tonight. We begin with breaking news that has sent shockwaves across the globe. What we're about to tell you will fundamentally change how you view the Middle East crisis. Let me take you through what happened in the early hours of June 13th, 2025. The images coming out of Iran are nothing short of apocalyptic. At 4:30 a.m. local time, when Iranian families were sleeping peacefully in their beds, Israeli F-35 stealth fighters turned the dawn sky into a theater of destruction. Operation Rising Lion, 5 coordinated waves of airstrikes targeting Iran's nuclear infrastructure. The Natanz nuclear facility, Iran's most prized nuclear asset, is now engulfed in flames. I've covered conflicts for 15 years, and I can tell you the scale of this operation is unprecedented. Just hours ago, Prime Minister Netanyahu held an emergency press conference. His words will haunt international diplomacy for years to come. Netanyahu revealed classified intelligence showing Iran has accumulated enough weapons-grade uranium for 9 nuclear warheads. 9 nuclear weapons, each capable of devastating entire metropolitan areas. Netanyahu's voice cracked with emotion as he declared, "The world cannot allow a regime that chants death to America and death to Israel to possess the ultimate weapon." Now, what makes this even tragic is the human cost we're beginning to understand. This isn't just about military installations. Our sources in Tehran are reporting devastating losses among Iran's military leadership. General Hossein Salami, commander of the Revolutionary Guard, along with General Ghulam Ali Rashid, are reported missing and presumed dead. 3 residential complexes in Tehran's military district were completely destroyed. These weren't just military targets. These were homes. Families lived there. Tonight, wives are waiting for husbands who will never return, children asking where daddy is. War always extracts its price in human tears. Iran's response has been swift and, frankly, terrifying in its implications for regional stability. I'm looking at live footage from Iranian state television right now. Supreme Leader Khamenei has authorized total retaliation on what Tehran is calling Zionist aggression. The Revolutionary Guard, though bloodied, has mobilized every available asset. Iranian Foreign Minister just declared, and I quote, "Israel has opened the gates of hell. We will respond with the fury of 1,000 storms." The emotion, the raw hatred in these statements is palpable. This is no longer diplomatic posturing. This is a nation calling for war. Now, what makes this even more tragic is the global implications of what we're witnessing. Markets are in freefall. World leaders are in crisis mode. President Trump was pulled from his dinner and rushed to the White House Situation Room. I'm told his face was ashen as he reviewed the intelligence briefings. The Dow Jones has already dropped 800 points in after-hours trading. Oil futures have spiked 15% in the last 2 hours alone. Your gas prices, your grocery bills, your retirement accounts, everything is about to be impacted by what's happening thousands of miles away. German Chancellor, French President, even Putin, everyone is making desperate calls for restraint as the world watches in horror. Let me put this in historical context for our viewers, because what we're witnessing is unprecedented. In my years covering international conflict, I've never seen 2 nuclear-capable adversaries this close to direct warfare. This makes the Cuban Missile Crisis look like a diplomatic spat. Israel believes they're fighting for their very existence. Iran sees this as an assault on their sovereignty and regional power. Both sides are convinced they're the victim. Both are prepared to sacrifice everything. That's the recipe for global catastrophe. As we wrap up this emergency broadcast, I want to address the fear I know many of you are feeling right now. Tonight, air raid sirens may sound in Tel Aviv. Missile alerts might wake families in Tehran. Parents across the Middle East are having conversations with their children they never wanted to have, about war, about safety, about why people fight. As a journalist, but more importantly, as a human being myself, I'm watching this with the same fear, the same questions you have. We'll continue monitoring this developing crisis throughout the night. Our correspondents in Jerusalem, Tehran, and Washington are standing by. The next 24 hours will determine whether diplomacy can pull us back from this brink or whether we're about to witness the most devastating Middle Eastern conflict in modern history. For World Crisis Tonight, I'm Sarah Mitchell. Stay safe, stay informed, and pray for peace. We'll be right back after this brief break with live updates from our international correspondents. We'll be back in 60 seconds with breaking developments. Don't go anywhere.